It is day 18 of designing a festive island in 30 days without using my storage. And y'all, I need to be 100% upfront with you. I didn't work on anything after yesterday, so we have a lot to work on. Although I did feel pretty okay with the overall vibe I was going for with clay and cookies area, it still needs something, a little bit of something. And I don't really have any plans for today other than just going around and seeing what I'm vibing with. The only problem though is I have a lot of customization I need to do for the final additional pieces for the community garden behind Cookie and Clay's area, and just allowing myself to feel content with what I was working on. We also unlocked Leaf yesterday, so I'll be dealing with that. But first and foremost, we have a few customizations to manage. I have things in here that I don't actually need, but I do need to get this underway. And I also, maybe a good hair care therapy will help me feel better about my life choices for today. And it's certainly not my vibe, but you know, in the spirit of trying new things, we'll hold on to it for now, sure. Hopefully Leaf will have some tomatoes and a few more shrubs. I am realizing that with really prioritizing using nature as my borders for pathing, I need to be very mindful that I'm going to need a lot. I never know how many flowers and shrubs that I'm going to use, so it may be a lot. He does not have any tomatoes, but he does have plumeria, which I desperately need, and he also has the hydrangeas, which I've been using. And thank you for giving me Mums and Cosmos, you beautiful, beautiful sloth. Thank you. We need to deal with my inventory first, but then we're going to come back and get into decorating, I think. Maybe it's just maybe it's a leaf day. Maybe that's what today is going to be. Out of curiosity, I am wondering how much money it's going to take to have Katrina unlocked. Wow, my villagers have been just coming in clutch today. What is the math? Is it 75,300 bells? That's not bad. That's not bad. I have noticed that if you just leave your villagers to pay for it, I've gotten to the point where I think they've had 33,000 bells in each, so maybe I will be able to unlock Harv's Island by the end of this challenge. I did go around and remove a few things that I wanted to get customized to change out just the vibe. I only had the red surfboard, so I'm already liking this a lot better, although I think I had it one down. Yeah. So we're putting this right here. And we're going to go over to the area that I worked on yesterday with Cookie and Clay. And already I am liking how this turned out, but it feels a little plain to me. I really do want tomatoes, and I think I'm going to switch these out with sugarcane so that I at the very least have one of each crop represented. And I may be giving Renee the tomatoes. She sent me a message through my mailbox that she really likes gardening, and so I think I'm going to give her the tomato one. I did move the birdhouse back here, and I wanted to put the faucet that I had, I think it was by Marlowe's area. We're gonna put it right here, I think. I can probably put the hose reel right here. Okay, this is looking nice. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it this way. Yeah, much better. Yeah, that works. I like that a lot more. I'm still not sure what to do with the streetlights that I ordered. I do want to put them around the island, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. This color is definitely a lot better, but just where do you put light? Especially when it comes to a dirt pathing, I almost feel that it's a little too fancy, but no, okay, all right. This is serving me. I like this. Yeah, no, I like this. If I had access to treasure islands or order bots, I would probably be putting the Plains Party Light arch connected to this, but for now it'll work. It'll be fine. I know it's still a mess over here, but I do just want to have a few light fixtures throughout the island. And thankfully, because it's 1,000 Nook miles each, it's not going to be too bad, but I really do want to have light throughout this island. I don't know if it's going to look good by the end of this, but at the very least, it feels a little bit more realistic to have a community that has, you know, light. I did change out the coloring for this cafe. I think it looks a lot brighter. I have been enjoying seeing white metal along the really green areas of this island, so I think I'm going to keep that. But the first thing we need to do after clearing out some of my inventory is we need to deal with the major sin that I've committed by upgrading this house. Oh, did I not commit a major? Oh, it didn't change anything. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well, there is a roach in here that I need to manage somewhere. But the first thing I want to do is, first, come here. The first thing I want to do is I do want to take this apart and start planning the area for this build. The main area, I was thinking of turning it into a dessert cafe. And then on the left side in here, make it into my little studio apartment. And then in the back, perhaps a photo with Santa. But that means we have a little bit of cleaning up to do. Wait, can I not get ceiling stuff? Oh no, in order to get ceiling stuff, I have to use my storage. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Forgive me, Nintendo, for I have sinned. I promise you that it's not going to stay in storage. I just needed to get it so that I can put it in my inventory. Oh my goodness. But isn't this so satisfying? I don't have anything in my storage. I don't have any dropped items with the exception of a couple of resources that are not technically dropped. They're on benches. But yeah. It's all coming together. It will be interesting to see if I can turn this into a studio apartment that actually has all the necessities that I need. I was planning on maybe making the kitchen part of the main area with the cafe, but for now, we're going to do a quick decoration. The more that I think about it, I'm probably going to put this in the main room, but for now it's out of my inventory. It does clear up more space for me to go back to leaf and gather a few of the shrubs and flowers that I want. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to craft the jolly wallpaper so that I can use up some of the resources that I have. I ended up also crafting the Turkey Day hearth, and this is going to be such a delightful build, I think. I did want to make sure that every single room was festive, but yeah, no, this is going to come together really nicely. We take a pause in today's frantic trying to figure out what we're doing with this island to give you 3 adorable villagers just living their best life, encouraging self-care and connecting with your body to whatever capacity that you're comfortable. I just love that for them. Now that I have freed up my inventory, we're going to purchase. I'm going to probably start with 10 of each shrub, although it's probably not enough. Actually, we should probably get 15 of each shrub, maybe even 20. And we'll also pick up more white cosmos and more red and white mums. At some point, I do need to start clearing up areas that are very littered with just random items placed. I really just need to get started with that, because if I don't, I'm going to be frantic by the last week and a half, because we are nearing to that point, and then panic is not a helpful vibe in order to finish an island in 30 days. Now that I'm sufficiently filled to the brim with plants that I can play around with, I'm going to add a few accent pieces. I love to add white cosmos and weeds by my gardens, because cosmos and mums in particular are just incredible additions to, I wouldn't call them weeds, but it makes it look like it's slightly overgrown in a very, as I said, intentional sort of way. So we're going to add a few of those, I think right here. And already it does feel a little bit more overgrown and a little bit more intentional with me. It looks less clean, which is what a garden should look like. While I'm here, I do need to water my crops to make more money, and hopefully with some sufficient time traveling that we'll either get Leaf coming to the island or we'll move to the next week to finally get tomatoes, because I really do think that tomatoes would make for a lovely addition for Renee's area specifically. But I love the fact that I now have the golden watering can in order to just water flowers and crops very quickly. We are getting down to the wire. I mean, not really. We do have more than a week and a half to work with, but I'm starting to feel the panic a little bit that there are completely messy areas that have nothing but just random flowers, crops, items everywhere. I have a lot of cleaning to do. Tomorrow I'll probably be cleaning this area and start placing the flowers that I want to place for Agnes's build. But that's a future Artsy problem. I'm not going to worry about it. We will, however, start decorating with the gyroids. I love the gyroids. I just think they're incredible additions to this game. I think that they are truly adorable. I love the fact that they are so different and so unique. And if you place them by any sort of music, that they'll actually react in sync with the music. And they're just really fun to show that there are things that you can do and interact with the island. It's really a shame we can't put things on top of the yoga mats, because putting gyroids on yoga mats to do like morning yoga would be the cutest build ever. So while I was planning on just getting some flimsy tools for the garden, I am seeing the bistro table, arguably one of the most beautiful table items in the game. I'm so glad that I was able to unlock that. Oh my goodness, I am ecstatic about that. I am going to place those everywhere. Those are also one of those great items that you can just spam everywhere, change the customizations to make them look unique, but ultimately, this is such an amazing find. I think I'm going to put the first one here, and then I had this director's chair just like sitting on the beach for the longest time. So it's already feeling a lot more full, a lot more lush. Oh, I'm just obsessed. I'm going to order so many of these. I'm so excited. I do need to start placing more shrubs because a lot of areas around the cliffs are pretty empty, and I will need to figure out what I want to do with either adding small little gardens or maybe some sugar cane or something. But for now, I'm finally feeling like it's going to come together at the very end. I'm feeling pretty confident now. Even though this area is empty and I still have a lot of work to do, I am very happy with how this turned out. Okay, maybe not over here, but I am very happy with how it turned out. Another thing I forgot to mention is that our friend Jacques is leaving, which means I'm probably going to be using a Nook Miles ticket in order to not only get another villager, but to gather more wood resources, because I'm really hurting for that. Even though Jacques and I never really got on in previous islands, he really wowed me as the sixth villager, and I'm really gonna miss him. So happy holidays, Jacques. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being a delight. Have a good one. Am I going to regret having planted all of these? Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm absolutely going to regret planting all of these, because then I'll have to deal with them. It's either I hold on to all of this in my inventory or I plant them and hope for the best. The tulips will be managed with moving them all to Agnes's area, but yeah. Oh yeah. Cleanup day is gonna be absolutely a fun time for me. I swear to Nintendo, these rocks have a vendetta against me. This is ridiculous. Of all the places that it could have spawned, it spawns on the road. Rude. I'm going to provide the finishing touches with this farm for now. I think what I want to do is start doing packaging areas like for food and recipe making and putting food here, but I can't do that because I used up all of the crops I had in order to make some money. And I think what we're going to do is, can I put the flimsy watering can here? Does it do anything? I can't really see that. We'll put the flimsy watering can here. For now, it doesn't make any sense build-wise, but we're just going to free up my inventory before we go to Captain's Island. Oh, we have sugar cane. I was really hoping for tomatoes, but you know what? I'm not going to complain, and we'll use this to switch out a few of the wheat that we have in the garden, and we'll cut down all of these trees in order to get as many resources as possible for the upcoming builds. Again, I do have a few select items that I intend to spam all over the place. One of them is the log stakes in order to establish more pathing borders, because I think that's going to be helpful with the greener areas that don't really have any dirt pathing. Really, I just need to devote a day of complete and total cleaning of the island. Hopefully by the time I finish Agnes's area, that I'll be able to get rid of a lot of the flowers I don't intend on using, or actually using them in various places. I will be using a few areas as meadow areas or as just flower spaces of wild gardens and whatnot, but for the most part, I really do need to hunker down and clean up a few of the major areas for the island in order to finish on time. I do need to make sure that before I time travel to the next day that I find the villager that is crafting, as well as finding the message in the bottle on the beach. I have been pretty bad about grinding for DIYs, just the regular daily ones, so that is something that we will do before we time travel to the next day. In the spirit of cleaning up, I have started moving things around in order to better understand how my house is going to look. This will probably be the permanent place for the cafe, and we'll have a nice little sitting area right here. Maybe a sign up for Santa. I do have a reception table that I want to have at least either right here or right here for signing up for the photos. Actually, I'm going to clean up my yard right now and do that. I know it may not seem much that I am just running around scrambling in order to find places to put items, but this really does help me with spatial awareness of where I want things to go in their permanent place. It also allows for me to clean up the outside so that I have less to worry about when it comes time to clean up the rest of the island. I always worry about selling things because I feel that I know that I'm going to need them, but for the most part, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell a few of these items. I think I'm going to give Biff the foosball table, but the camping cot I can sell. The cartoonist set I can probably keep here. And I think I have a beach ball. Yeah, I'll put the beach ball somewhere where it'll make the most use. I know it doesn't look like we did much, but having this cleaned up means that I can really start putting flowers and things here. I do really like the large ornaments. I think I'm going to make that the centerpiece for this area right here. I've added more shrubs around this to really put emphasis of where I want people to walk. Still haven't decided what the lighting is going to be for this area though. That's still a mystery to me, but I am feeling so much better about this. I almost forgot to go find the message in the bottle and the villager who is crafting, so hopefully it'll be something that we need. Lionel, plate armor. Don't need it, but thanks. And it's Tex who's crafting. I basically ran by his house 10 times going, I wonder who's crafting, even though everyone is either outside or in a shop or, you know, moving. An ornament crown. Not the festive DIY that I was hoping for, but thank you. I'm sure that with any lingering ornaments toward the end of this challenge, I'll just make a bunch and give to the villagers. We've time traveled to the next day, and friends, I cannot wear this hairstyle. It's not me. It's not the vibe. So much better. We do need to grab, I think we should just grab one Nook Miles ticket. I think that'll be enough to get the wood that I need. And oh, I got a present from Dodo Airlines, a doll eye mask. Totally need that. Yeah. I have been really bad about checking the Nook stop for certain fencing that I'm on the lookout for. I do want to get the country fencing, I think, for Cookie and Clay's area to finally just complete that. That may be the fencing that I use in the back area as well. And the spiky fence. No, don't need that. Don't need the block fence. So we'll just get a Nook Miles ticket, and we'll see what Nook Shopping has in stock. Nothing that I really need, and I already have all the seasonal items that I want for this island. I have enough maples. I'm fine with that. However, I'm going to buy a couple more doll houses to place around the island. I have a few empty spaces that I have in mind for the gyroid communities. I don't know why I'm enamored with it, but I love the idea of the gyroids just being everywhere. On our one ticket hunt, we have Bamboo Island, which is perfect. I could use a few of these to add more lushness to the rest of the island. Oh, I'm a fan. All right, so I do not have my emotional support axe. So we're going to craft our... Is that Bruce? It's Bruce! Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have no idea what his house looks like. Bruce's house would look really nice next to Bip's, I think. And, you know, I love having multiple crankies on an island, so why don't you come to my island? You will fit right in, Bruce. Absolutely. Well, this wasn't the island that I was hoping for with regards to gathering wood and whatnot, but we do have a DIY, so hopefully it'll be something good. Ursula, a cool pansy crown. Not helpful, but thanks, Ursula. Well, friends, although this day was not particularly focused or productive, we are chipping away a little bit, adding a few shrubs, flowers here and there, starting to decorate the interior, which is great. And I think tomorrow we're just going to do a big cleanup day. We're going to clear out Agnes's area first. We're going to lay out her flower garden. We're probably going to start clearing away specifically the area around Nook's Cranny. And when that video is ready, it'll be available on screen right now.